Here's something nobody tells you when you start learning the piano. The hardest part has nothing to do with the music. It has to do with what's going on in your head. I've owned a music school and taught hundreds of adult students, and I saw the same pattern over and over. In this video, I'm going to tell you the hard truths that nobody talks about, and if you've ever started and stopped before, this one is for you. And before we get into it, I made a free guide called the 7-Day Piano Starter Plan. It's a clear day-by-day plan to help you learn your first song in 1 week. If you want it, the link is in the description. Hard truth number 1, most people quit. Here's the hard truth. Most people who want to learn piano quit. And I don't mean they take a break. I mean they stop, they put the cover down on the keys, and they never come back. Studies on adult learning show that the majority of beginners drop out within the first 3 to 6 months. And when you look at why, it almost never comes down to the music being too hard. It comes down to something much more invisible than that. Here's what actually happens. You start out excited, you find some videos, you sit down at the piano, you learn your first chord, and it feels amazing. And then a few weeks go by and you're still on the same chord, and a few weeks go by, you're playing something, but it doesn't sound like a song you wanted to play. And slowly, quietly, the little voice starts to creep in. Maybe this isn't for me. Maybe I started too late. Maybe I just don't have the natural talent for this. That voice is lying to you. But if you don't know that going in, you will believe it. And that's when people quit. Hard truth number 2, the doubt doesn't just hit you once. Now here's what makes this even harder. That voice doesn't just show up at the beginning. You think that once you get past the first few months, once you've actually learned a few songs, the doubt goes away. But it doesn't. It comes back over and over again. At month 2, at month 6, at month 12, and forever. I've had students who are genuinely making incredible progress. Students who could hear themselves getting better, and they still came to me saying the same things. I feel like I'm going in circles. I feel like I'm not improving. Maybe I should just stop. The doubt is not a sign that you're failing. It's a sign that you're in the middle of something hard. And the middle of something hard always feels like failure before it feels like progress. I want you to really hear that. The middle always feels like failure before it feels like progress. Every single person who plays piano beautifully went through exactly what you're going through. They just didn't quit in the middle. Hard truth number 3, stop saying you suck. Okay, this is something I feel really strongly about. There is a habit that I see in adult learners more than almost anything else, and it is killing your progress faster than any bad practice session ever could. And that habit is narrating your own failure out loud. They say, ugh, I'm so bad at this. This sounds terrible. I'll never get this. Why can't I just get this? Sound familiar? I had a student, she was actually really talented, and every single lesson without fail, she would mess up and narrate it and say, I'm so bad. Every time. And one day I stopped her and I said, look, you are not bad. You are learning. And those are completely different things. Bad is a permanent label. Learning is a process. And every time you say, I'm so bad, you're telling your brain a story about who you are. And your brain believes you. Here's a quote I love from Alyssa Liu. She's a figure skater who just won Olympic gold at the 2026 Winter Olympics, the first American woman to do so in 24 years. She said, I guess messing up doesn't take away from that. It's still something. It's still a story. A bad story is still a story. And I think that's beautiful. She also said in a Today Show interview, mistakes are beautiful too. She's an Olympic gold medalist. She thinks her mistakes are beautiful. So the next time you mess up a chord, instead of, I'm so bad, try, I'm learning. It sounds small, but it changes everything. Quick pause. If you're watching this and feeling like you're finally ready to practice, the 7-Day Piano Starter Plan is exactly what you need next. It takes all the guesswork out of where to start and gets you playing a song in just 7 days. Find it in the description of this video. I want to tell you more about Alyssa Liu because her story is one of the most relevant things I've come across for anyone learning a skill as an adult. At 13 years old, she was the youngest person ever to win the U.S. Women's Figure Skating Championship. She was a prodigy. And then at 16, she retired. She said skating had started to feel like her life depended on it. She was burnt out, she was exhausted, and she walked away entirely. She came back a few years later, but this time completely on her own terms. She decided what she ate, how she trained, what music she skated to. And she said, "I'm really confident in myself, and even if I mess up and fall, that's totally okay too." Now I want you to watch this clip. This is from her 60-minute interview. The cameras followed her during practice, and what they captured was her working on a single jump over and over and over, falling, getting up, falling again, getting up again, the constant pounding. And at one point she lies flat on the ice exhausted, and she says, "I'm so tired." And then she says, "One more."
Her attachment to her coaches can be literal. This harness and what looks like a fishing pole help reel her in before she falls. But eventually, they have to let her go.
No. Nah.
This is what it takes to become a champion. Constant pounding
I'm so tired.
in pursuit of perfection.
One more.
That's it. That's the whole mindset. Not, "I have to be perfect," not, "I'm so bad at this," just one more. And she also said something that I think about all the time. She said, "I love struggling, actually. It makes me feel alive." Now, I'm not saying you have to love struggling at the piano, but I am saying that if you can stop fighting the hard parts and start seeing them as just part of the process, the way Alyssa does, everything changes. She says, "Mistakes are beautiful too." Hard truth number 4, practicing isn't always fun. Here's another hard truth that I think is really important to say out loud. Practicing is not always fun. I know that's not what you want to hear, and yes, we should absolutely try to make practice as enjoyable as possible. Learning songs you love, using good resources, not grinding through boring exercises for hours, but sometimes even with all that, you're going to sit down at the piano and it is just going to feel like work. You're going to play the same 4 bars 20 times in a row and it's still not going to sound right. It's no different than a figure skater jumping and busting their butt over and over. And in that moment, you have 2 choices. You can close the lid and say, "Not today," or you can say, "One more." The students I've seen make the most progress are not the ones who had the most fun every single practice session. They're the ones who showed up anyway, even on the days it felt like nothing was clicking, even on the days it felt like they were going backwards. They showed up, and that consistency, that's the thing that builds real skill, not talent, not natural ability, consistency. Hard truth number 5, discipline is the skill. Not the piano, not even music theory, not even the songs. Discipline. The ability to sit down and practice even when you don't feel like it, that's the thing that separates the people who play piano from the people who wish they played the piano. And here's the thing about discipline that nobody tells you. You will never feel like practicing every single day. That feeling doesn't go away. Even experienced players have days where they'd rather do literally anything else. The difference is they do it anyway. They've built the habit. They've built the muscle, and you can build it too. It doesn't take hours. 15 minutes a day consistently will take you further than 2 hours once a week, every single time. The goal isn't to feel motivated. The goal is to show up. Look, I know this video wasn't all sunshine and you can do it. And that was intentional because I think you deserve the truth. Learning piano as an adult is genuinely hard. The doubt is real, the frustration is real, the days where it doesn't feel worth it are real. But here's what else is real. The fact that you're still here, still watching, still trying, that already puts you ahead of most people who ever sat down at a piano. Most people quit, and you haven't. And the piano doesn't care how talented you are, it doesn't care how old you are, or how long you've been playing. It rewards the people who keep showing up. So keep showing up. And if you're ready to take that first step, grab the 7-day piano starter plan from the description. 7 days, a clear plan, your first song. That's it. Up next, check out this video. It will guide you on your first 7 days at the piano and help you with exactly what to do to play your first real song, a song you like. So check it out. And if this video helped you, be sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.